Look, I feel like this is like the perfect time to talk about the iPhone 16 Pro Max since we nearly had it for over a year now. And I don't want to talk about it as a tech reviewer breaking down every single number. I want to talk about it as someone who uses their phone every single day. So let's talk about how the iPhone 16 Pro Max held up, what surprised me, what's even disappointed me, and then I'll wrap it up whether or not you should upgrade to the iPhone 17 this year. What's going on, you guys? If you guys are new here, my name is Kevin. I create tech and lifestyle content to help you make the most of your everyday tech. And today we're going to be talking about the iPhone 16 Pro Max 1 year later. So first off, the physical condition, because I think this is nearly like the pinpoint of the things that people actually notice after owning a phone for a full year. In most cases for me, having a phone for over a year isn't really an issue because I still feel like the phone is still brand new. There is nothing really wrong with it because I kind of go a whole year with the case and as well screen protector. And also, I'm not one of those people who crack their phones all the time. And no, I'm not saying that as if like I baby my phone, but I'm not reckless either. I'm just saying I know how to keep my phone in good condition. I mean, shoot, for the most part for me, the iPhone 16 Pro Max has held up really well. The titanium frame still looks solid, and I'm not gonna say that it's perfect though. Like, there is some scratches, there's some, you know, little dents and everything here and there, but it's still good. And like I said, since the very beginning, I've been using a screen protector, so I know for a fact if I take this off right now, the screen is still brand new. Now, don't get me wrong though, my screen protector is low-key cooked. There is a lot of scratches and it's even kind of cracked, but it's a screen protector. It's not the strongest glass. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is basically the screen protector I have on there. It's kind of cracked here. It's really more so like a scratch. I won't really say it's cracked, but right here on the bottom though, on the edge, it's definitely cracked. But hey, again, this is a screen protector. It's not gonna be perfect. And then on the frame right here, hopefully that focuses, but right here you can see it's kind of like got a dent on it. But overall though, the phone is still in perfect condition in my opinion. It still looks really good, man. The titanium frame held up to the standards. So, and I know the phone is dirty, but hey, again, this is my 1 year review. Another thing that's worth mentioning is battery life, and at the moment of recording this video, my phone is at 14%. Kind of funny honestly, but hey, it is what it is. Honestly, the battery stayed pretty consistent until I installed the iOS 26 beta, and even when iOS 26 did release. Right now my battery health is pretty normal. My maximum capacity is 93% and my cycle count is at 460. I know that probably sounds like, yo, that's a lot of cycle counts and your maximum capacity is kind of actually bad, but this is coming from someone who uses their phone every single day when it comes to videos, recording videos, taking photos, editing photos, handling business, emails, name it, you know it, I do it with the phone. One thing I noticed about myself this year is that I use MagSafe a lot more than I did the previous year. Like, I'm not even joking, I use the Anchor MagSafe almost every single day, and it's definitely been like my main way of charging. Don't get me wrong, MagSafe did bring a little bit heat towards my phone and I did notice that, but I don't know, I just feel like it's more convenient and it's a lot easier for me. Again, my battery health did take a small hit, but it's nothing too crazy. I still get around 6 to 7 hours of screen on time and even more depending on the day. What I realized over time is that my day-to-day experience aged really well. The speakers are still some of the best I have ever heard in any smartphone ever. That's me talking about the Google Pixel 10, the OnePlus 13, and even the S25 Ultra. Like, I don't even know, I catch myself a lot watching full-length YouTube videos and even anime without any headphones.
So, is that Robert? No way. No way.
Or there won't be a next time.
Don't threaten me, you better not. Okay. Oh my goodness, all this drama!
I kiss Blazer.
Hit the mic. You starting to get in the way a lot. Something's going on, Corey Kitchen here. Welcome.
And on top of that, the screen size is like, it's perfect. It fits for anything you want to watch. And before I even continue on that note, I'm be real. The iPhone Air screen size feels a lot more better. I don't know, because that's like the middle ground. I do enjoy that phone and just watching content on there because it just feels like it's a good middle ground. Like, this is bigger, of course, but I don't know, something about the iPhone Air just feels right. But back to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. It's great for watching content, editing clips, editing photos, or just scrolling through social media in general. Don't get me wrong though, the iPhone 16 Pro Max in the very beginning, and I did say this a lot, It was uncomfortable just to hold this phone. I don't know why, it just felt like it was too heavy, and a lot of people, like I even said it by myself, but I was getting like a dent on my pinky through time. It's away now, like it's not there. Well, it's kind of there to be honest with you, but I don't know. That only happened because this phone though. When I had the 14 Pro Max, I didn't have that problem. One thing that Apple does great, and everyone can agree on this, is their ecosystem. If you have a MacBook, an iPad, AirPods, or even an Apple Watch, it all just works together effortlessly, and that's like Apple's biggest strength there. And it makes people not want to switch over to Android, because you're switching over to Android, it's gonna be so damn difficult. Like everyone knows that. That's gonna be like the most difficult thing ever to do, because you got to get used to everything. Don't get me wrong though, I use the S25 Ultra mainly for business purposes though. I can't use that on a daily. I'm going to be real with you guys. I think it has to do with iMessage and FaceTime, even though I could download WhatsApp. It's just not the same. So big ups to Apple with that one, because man, y'all make it so easy to switch over, but y'all also make it so difficult. Round of applause. Another thing worth mentioning is the performance over time, and as well my heat dissipation. Performance wise, the A18 Pro chip held up without any slowdowns. That was until iOS 26 released. Well, really more so, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, before iOS 26 released. But before that, everything was still running smooth. Apps opening up quick, animations were really clean, and there was just like no problem. Now, when we have iOS 26, it's kind of buggy sometimes, and you do notice that your phone will reset out of nowhere. By reset, I'm talking about like restart. Like it was turned off, a black loading screen would end up happening, and then it will act like nothing ever happened. That's something I picked up that was happening a lot, and it really did bother me. Now over time, what I did end up noticing is that when it comes to the phone overheating, it was usually due to long FaceTime calls, or when I was editing like pro raw photos in Lightroom, and it wasn't an issue, but I was kind of like, why is this actually happening? If I have the A18 Pro chip, my phone shouldn't overheat off of simple tasks like that. Now I understand the FaceTime call thing, like that makes sense, but editing pro raw photos in Lightroom is causing my phone to overheat. Yeah, I didn't like that. Now it's not a consistent thing, it just happens kind of like randomly. I don't know if it's probably like Lightroom itself, and maybe I don't know what it is, but it's just like a little reminder that, you know, the thermals could have been better within the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and that's probably the reason why the iPhone 17 thermals are, you know, better. So now let's talk about iOS 26, because this is something that's kind of like heavy on my heart, and I think I've expressed this a lot. When iPhone 16 launched and I picked up the 16 Pro Max, it was a great phone. It felt fresh. Like, I'm gonna be real, I came from the 14 Pro Max to the 16, so I never experienced that titanium build, so this was like my first time. But it was just something that was like holding me back, and I was just like, man, this doesn't feel new. Like, did I just waste my money on this? But later on throughout the year, iOS 26 dropped, and that's when things started feeling brand new and kind of modern. I'm gonna be real, I enjoy the whole liquid glass look because it makes the phone look a lot newer, and it's something I did not expect a whole year later, and that's where I have mixed feelings at. Everyone knows this. When Apple announced the iPhone 16, the biggest thing that they were hyping up was 1, camera control, and 2, Apple Intelligence, which was a disappointment. It was hyped as this big AI experience that everyone probably just wanted to have, and realistically, it was nothing we really wanted. I wasn't excited about Image Playground for real. Like, I'm gonna be real, that wasn't something that was that crazy to me. And I know that they partnered up with ChatGPT. I still installed ChatGPT on my phone and I didn't use it off of Apple. Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
If you're enjoying the vibe, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Show some love and stick around for more.
You could tell from the get-go that Apple kind of like rushed it because they just didn't want to miss a year, which would have been, you know, the first time Apple has ever done that. But I think now it kind of makes sense to just slow down and not drop a new phone every single year. I don't know, that's just my opinion. And that brings me to think about all the bugs that we had with the iPhone 16 Pro Max until the iPhone 17 launched. Like, we had AirDrop bugs, the keyboard lagging, and somehow that's still around, by the way. It's small things, but it's noticeable when you use your phone on a daily basis. One thing that hasn't disappointed me with the iPhone 16 Pro Max has to be the camera system. I talk about the cameras a lot. I love talking about cameras when it comes to smartphones because it's something that is just like, it's just a new experience. And for some reason, after 1 year with the iPhone 16 Pro Max, it's still one of the many reasons of why I still stick with this phone. It's versatile, bro. Like, you can go from quick everyday photos to a full creative shot. Like, the results are just consistent. I'm always getting that sense that I'm going to get something good no matter what it is. And realistically, that's a rare feeling that you get when it comes to smartphones. So look, after a full-on year with the iPhone 16 Pro Max, I say it's held up really well. There wasn't really no major drop-offs. It's been really consistent, reliable, and for me, it's been a big part of my content journey. It's the phone that made me start creating tech content. I mean, I created day in the lives. I did comparisons with the iPhone 16, shot with the iPhone 16 Pro Max. I did camera tests. I did battery tests. I did it all with the iPhone 16, and bro, when I say it helped me grow like a lot, I appreciate this phone. It has a place in my heart. And I know that's kind of weird to talk about something that's material, but this is more than just material to me. I still use this tool every single day and it doesn't disappoint. Which brings us to the big question. Should you switch from the iPhone 16 to the iPhone 17 or the iPhone Air? In my opinion, I don't think most people really need to. If you're upgrading every single year, you're not going to feel a big difference, and if you're upgrading every 3 to 4 years, that's when you're going to see a difference. The 17 brings the A19 Pro chip, a new 48 megapixel setup, forged aluminum for better cooling, higher brightness at 3000 nits, and even a 2 terabyte storage option for creators or anyone who really takes a bunch of photos or even videos. Now, unless those things actually make a big impact to how you use your phone daily, like for example, if you shoot content or need an extra piece of storage, then the 16 Pro Max still feels like it has a lot of life left. There's plenty more new features with the iPhone 17, do not get me wrong, which, you know, it can definitely compete against the iPhone 16 Pro Max, but I still don't think is that much of a, you know, necessary big difference. Like, you get that center stage feature on the iPhone 17, but are you really going to use it that much? I think what stands out most to me for the iPhone 16 Pro Max is how stable this phone really is. Even after a year later, this phone still feels modern. I love the titanium frame compared to the aluminum body. It also still feels premium and reliable compared to just any other smartphone. And plus, it's not like it's something you need to replace immediately. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and again, thank you guys so much for just 2,400 subscribers, man. We've been going crazy, bro. Like, I appreciate you guys so much, and I know I kind of been slow with content, but I just been, you know, I've been plotting, man. Trust me, there's some exciting videos on the way, and I can't wait to show you guys them. As you guys can see, the setup is different now as well. I had to move things around because I was like, you know what? I want to make my content a little bit more better and more appealing for you guys to just enjoy it. And this room is just going to continue growing. We're going to continue growing, and I'm excited for what's to come. And yo, man, I'll be real with you guys, man. I appreciate y'all, bro. Y'all be hitting me up, asking me where I'm at, everything, and it just be feeling great, bro. But I'm not going to hold you guys for so much longer. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And again, my name is Kevin. I create tech and lifestyle content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.